morning, Greg Pollock from Sunnyside Chevrolet, Sunnyside Sports Muscle and Classic. Wanted to take a minute this morning and show you our 1959 Bonneville Convertible. One of very few, a rare car out of a long-term ownership of about 30 years that we bought it from the previous owner. It is a factory 389 4-barrel car. It is the factory correct Mandalay red. We believe the car has had one repaint. We also believe that the car has a lot of its original interior. It looks like it has had a carpet replacement, but all in all, a very nice driving car and fairly original car in a lot of respects. As we walk around the car, you're going to see that the chrome bumpers have been redone on this car, that the stainless is all very presentable. The wide whites look great on this car, and the car just has an outstanding look to it. Into the back of the car, again, bumpers redone. Some of the stainless could use a little bit of polishing and a little bit of touch-up, but again, this is a car that came to us out of 30-year ownership and is very original. You look down the sight lines, the body lines are good on the car, the door fit is good on the car, all original panels on this car as far as we can tell. Being an Ohio car, there are some minor rust issues underneath. Inside the rockers, there's a couple of small holes. Those need some attention. They can be done by us, they can be done by the next owner. Not a big deal, nothing structural. Same thing a little bit in the driver's footwell, but other than that, floor plans in this car are very solid. The frame is excellent in this car. As we come around, Jason's gonna get a couple pictures of the interior. You know, there's nothing like a 1959 interior with the multiple colors, all of the chrome, the gauges, everything works on this car. Power antenna works. The car runs and drives like a dream. But again, just a stunning car with, again, what we believe to be a factory original interior. We're gonna come up front. Pop the hood. If I can remember where it is, there it is. The hood is nice and light as they all were in 59. Very original engine compartment. Original mat up top. Hasn't been messed with in this engine compartment. Could use a detail, and eventually we'll get to that, but we'll probably find an owner long before that happens. Even down to some of the details like this, where you see original factory stampings on the firewall. This is just a very straight, very original car, and again, we believe one repaint. The repaint is older, it is showing its age a little bit, but it does present itself with a very nice shine, and it wouldn't be a car that anybody would be embarrassed to take to a car show and knock around in. We're gonna get the car started. We did start it to move it out here, but it's literally run for 1 minute this morning. One quick turn of the key. When it's stone cold, once to the floor with the accelerator, sets the choke, and you're ready to go. Again, the dashboard is beautiful. You know, the dashboard in these old cars looks like jewelry. You look at the gauges, you look at all the chrome. Power steering works wonderfully. The car is a great cruiser. I've personally had this car on the road at 70 miles an hour, and it just floats down the road like the big old car that it is. No unusual noises in the motor. Transmission is a 4-speed automatic and works perfectly in this car. Power top works well in this car, no issues. One of the things that we noticed when we were first looking at the car, and we haven't determined yet on the top, but it's the top boot for this car is original to this car and date coded 1959. When you see things like that, you see things like the interior in this car and how original it is. It just gives you a very good, very comfortable feeling about what this car is and how it's lived its life. We're going to go out on the Route 57 here in front of the Chevrolet store. It's a 50-mile-an-hour road. We'll get the car up to speed fairly quickly. It accelerates well. I'm not hammering the car. I don't do that with these old cars. We're just going under nice acceleration, and there's 50 miles an hour just like that. Car tracks true. It runs straight. No vibration in the steering wheel. No wheels out of balance. No issue with this car whatsoever. It just goes down the road wonderfully. Going back to the top boot, it's dated 59. I believe the convertible top on this car may be original, but it's going to require a little more research on our part. Directionals work. We have right-hand directional on, comes up here and next to the temperature gauge. And I actually had it in 3rd gear. We'll get it in the 4th. Sorry about that. We're going to go down a side street and just give you a little more idea. The car goes around corners beautifully. Just, there's nothing that rides like these cars from the late 50s and early 60s. The size, the weight, everything that's in this car in terms of performance. It was a wonderful era for cars in terms of appearance and in terms of drivability. I mean, you know, it doesn't drive like a modern car, but in some respects, the car drives better than a modern car, or certainly we would call it differently. Doesn't have the handling of a new car, doesn't have the cornering ability of a new car, but a new car also never cruises like this. There's something totally different about riding in a car that's put together like this. Nice side street at 35 miles an hour. I'll go ahead and open the car up a little bit just to see what it does. Kicks down, 4-barrel opens up, and the performance is good. And that's 60 miles an hour, just that fast. For a car that I don't know the weight on this car, but I know it's not a stealth car. This car has some weight and some metal in it. Again, I don't know what else to say. I wouldn't hesitate to hop in this car and drive it anywhere. Again, selling this car is a very nice car. My feeling is that if this was a 100-point show car, this car would be priced at $125,000. We have this car priced at $39,500, and it's priced to market. I don't believe there's a lot of these cars out there available. I know there are some nicely restored ones that are available, but I don't believe there's a lot of nice drivers in this price range that are available in the marketplace today. Plus the factory color combination of Mandalay red with this silver and red interior and white. I don't know how you can beat this. White convertible top, white top boot, and everything that goes with it. So that concludes our test drive around the block, around the dealership, pulling back into Sunnyside Chevrolet. We love these old cars here at the store. This is not our main business. We make our money selling new and used Chevrolets. We do this as a pastime. We take these on trades from our customers when they want us to. We inventory very few cars, and we inventory only nice cars that we want to have and that we want to pass along to our guests. When you go to a classic car dealer and that's his only business, he needs to make a lot of money on each car he sells. When you come to us, we're making our money running the Chevrolet store as a Chevrolet store, and this is just a great hobby and pastime for us. Hope you enjoyed the ride in the '59 Bonneville.